Good morning, guys. Welcome to Mountain Homestead. Today's video is going to, sit back for a second, is going to be really, it's going to be different. You guys have been seeing the junk room makeover, and I've gotten a lot of views on those videos, so I really appreciate that. More importantly, what I'm coming on here this morning to say is, and this milestone is so minor or so small compared to some of the really, really huge accounts out there. I mean, there's accounts with millions of people. But you know what? They all started in the same place that I am. We all started with 0 subscribers. And then however they did it, whether it was trends or whatever the case, they grew really fast. Now, I just hit 100 subscribers. Again, that is nothing in the scheme of things, but it's 100 subscribers that are watching what I'm making. I'm hoping it's inspiring. It is really humble to me. I was telling Jean the other day, I said, I'm at 98, and I just kept watching it, and it's just kind of, it's just humbling. That's all I can say. And hopefully all we do is grow from here in our subscribers. I'm not sure how many of you know, but to be monetized on YouTube, you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 viewed watch hours. And I know I'm not there yet. I don't even still edit my videos. I might put something on the screen. I'm, kind of slowly figuring out things. I'll do inlays if I refer to a flower, and I'll put what it looks like when it's going to be in full bloom. Or if I mess up and I say something, and then when I am watching it through, because I watch them through to see how they're going to portray when I put them out, is if I know that I've misspoke or I said something wrong, I'll type the correction on the screen. So I have got that figured out. I just need to truly take like one of those video editing for dummies course, something like that. Anyways, I digress as usual. But I just wanted to say that thank you for the 101 people now that have showed up to watch my content. It is going to start to get a little different from here on out because as we get closer to spring, I'm going to be starting seeds. I'm actually really late on getting all that going. As long as I get them in before the end of February, I'll be okay with that. Just because I do plan on putting my peppers in later this year. I still have my seed potatoes that need to go in the ground. My roses were supposed to be pruned in January. I am going to start tackling that today, and that's what the rest of this video is going to be, is I'm going to work on some stuff outside. It's a gorgeous day. I don't know if you can see through the window there, but it is a gorgeous day out there. Tomorrow is supposed to be even as gorgeous, so I'm hoping to get that last wall up on the greenhouse. Then I can get at least one bench built so that I can start some seeds, because I am going to start them out there. I'm in Northern California in zone 9B, I guess. I think the lowest temperature so far in the greenhouse registered at 28.6 Fahrenheit. And then we get in the high 110s, and I know it's not the high temperatures, it's the low temperature, so I'll just stay away from that. But we get severe heat, so I need to get stuff going in that greenhouse, because come March, when it starts getting a little bit warmer, I'm going to have to address the issue of keeping it cool in there. So I'm going to have to figure out a shade and all that. I'm going on and on and on, but I'm just so thankful that you're showing up here. So there still will be indoor stuff. I still have 1, maybe 2 more videos on to finish this room behind me. I'm glad now I have a space to sit inside to where I can film them. I did have to take my glasses off because of the light ring, so it was a glare. So this part's all new to me. I'm used to just kind of holding the camera outside and doing it. My very first video where I was talking about starting the channel, if you guys want to go back and watch that, it's kind of fun. But I don't expect anybody to go back and watch older videos. I very rarely do. So I usually, if I start following a channel, I might hop back one or two, or I might search for something specific. Like I've been looking for cottage core or cottage decor. You know, I've been doing that to finish this or to work on this room. So, but for those that are showing up, for those that, if you haven't subscribed yet and you're thinking about it, please subscribe. I am as real as they get. I say things. I sometimes show up with, you know, messy buns, and it's not all pretty around here, but it's very functional. You know, my yard has weeds. My yard has mistakes that people maybe wouldn't do. But you know what? If it gets one person to try something that they've never tried before for whatever reason, then I've done what I set out to do. So I'm not generational. You know, my mom didn't do any of this stuff. She didn't. My grandma may have when she was a kid. Actually, coincidentally, my grandma was born in the house just literally 2 miles as a crow flies from this house, which I did not know when I met Jean. So that's interesting. You know, my great grandparents were farmers. You know, they had animals that they raised and they had crops. So I come from that lineage, but I wasn't raised in this lineage. It's always been in me to be, I guess, a country girl, to take care of a home, you know, to do all those things. So I am so blessed that I'm in a place where I can do that, and a husband that's really supportive. He was raised this way, so he loves that I want to do this. So he's actually out right now working, so it's been kind of hard for him with the rain and this ground that we have. It's not very fun to drive on. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this part of the video, and then we will get into the part outside, and I'll show you the things that I'm going to work on today. So again, thanks you guys for the 101 of you that have shown up, and I hope we can multiply that by thousands so that I can help real people with real expectations, without shame, without, you know, someone saying, well, mine doesn't look like that. Mine doesn't either. It's beautiful and it's pretty, but sometimes it's just ugly as all get out. Right now, I don't even know what the water and storm damage has done to everything. I'm sure there's leaves and just stuff everywhere. The weeds are starting to come through. Now that it's sunshiny, the weeds are going to really come through. So anyways, thanks guys. We'll see you on the next 100 and hopefully more after that. Now, here comes the video. Walk outside and I hear my dog. Gene coming back from checking the cows. Lewis getting his run time in. He is a running machine, I tell you. That dog can just flat get with it. Every once in a while he turns back and looks at Gene, or he oh gosh. Okay, so let's get after today's video, guys. I'm going to point out some things that I'm going to be doing, and then I'm just going to do them. One of the things I'm going to start on, hold on. There we go. Is I'm going to prune up the random roses. I'm going to prune up these two Desdemona by David Austin roses. I'm going to prune these up. They're here on the porch. I can tell some rose hips formed. That's kind of interesting. Let's see. There's a rose hip right there. It's going to go bye-bye. But yeah, see, it's starting to bud out. So I'm going to prune this. And I'm going to prune probably a third off of it for sure. I don't know if I have any weed spray, organic or otherwise, in the shed. I keep meaning to go by the hardware store and get some, but I just haven't. But anyways, I'm going to get these two pruned. There are two Litchfield Angels out, roses out here. I need to step and make sure I'm not stepping in something Lewis may have left me. Oh my gosh, it's just so gorgeous. These don't need to be pruned that much, just because they were just put in the ground last year. But I'm going to just go through and see. Yeah, there's just weeds. So, there's an ajuga. Oop, my shadow. That is a ground cover that spreads, and it has a really short purple flower. So I'm just going to go through and kind of check on things. I'm not going to do much with the weed situation right now because it's still so wet. So that is a lilac. I'm not going to do anything with that. So let me just come through here and I'm going to show you. This is where I'm going to be mostly working today. Look at all those. Now there's a lot of bulbs in there and there's a lot of plants, and I don't know what is weeds. So I'm going to have to wait. I know there's a couple things that are weeds, so I may pull those. But there's some, because I did a spring flower mix. And I did do calendula seeds. I did echinacea, black-eyed Susan. I planted all that in here. So unless I know something is 100% a weed, it's going to stay until I know it's not a weed. But I'm not doing anything really in there except for pulling those few weeds. Here is another Litchfield Angel. I'm going to probably just take the leaves off of it. I don't think it needs to be pruned really. I might take off some of the scraggly looking things. So there's that one. Now, all these bulbs are coming up. Nice. Yep. There's a few weeds in there. If I get around to it, I might pull those. Oh, you know what? Hold on. There's something over here that's itty bitty tiny. I have to remember where it's at. It's right here. And I have to pull the weeds away from it. But that right there is a desert prairie grass. That's a little bitty guy, but there's a lot of weeds around him. So I probably will pull those. And then I'll have to deal with those somehow. But yeah, once we get the fence going in here, not sure. But until then, I'll have to deal with the weeds another way. And I think, oh yep, there are they're so small. 1, 2, oh gosh, I don't even know where the third one is. There's 3 autumn joy sedums in here. I just have to remember that and not kill them. So let's see. So I'm going to do a little bit of pruning on that one. That magnolia I think that's a little gem magnolia. I did find the can the other day for it, so I see some new growth on there, so that's exciting. I'm kind of just whiz through this. Let's see, that's our elderberry. I see some growth on there, so that's fun. And nothing is getting planted in here because of the willow. That willow will come all the way over to this elderberry. That's why we placed it this far over, is because that thing is supposed to get 50 feet wide and tall. So 25 feet off center. So it's going to eventually shade all of this, and I'll have to change all of that. It'll come out to here, it's going to go over to here, but I'll end up having it limbed up or pruned up. But until then, yep, all those pretty bulbs. And then this, I'm not doing much in here. Yeah, I'm not doing much in here. I am going to go through and see if any seeds that I sprinkled are kind of germinating. Maybe not, but I'm going to see, because I threw packets after packets after packets. I just threw them, because that's what happens when the wind gets a hold of them. When they're drying up, the wind just scatters them. So that's what I did. But I am going to prune these 2 roses. I don't remember the names of these. These were on discount at Home Depot, I think. So I liked the color. They were kind of a tropical. But I do need to get that tree. I need to get all the trees sprayed. I may do that on Monday if the weather cooperates. I may just spray this for borers. I think borer beetles or something like that. I'm going to spray all the trees, or not spray, but treat. It's a ground treatment. I'm going to treat all the non-fruit trees with that, and then I'm going to go through and do the copper fungicide, and I can't remember the other. I'll show you when I'm doing it for the fruit trees. So I need to do that before they start budding up, because we're, the groundhog early spring thing. So I need to do that this weekend somehow. Sunday is, it's Super Bowl this Sunday when you see this on Monday. Super Bowl have already passed, but I live in California, so go Niners. So yeah, so I'm going to prune that one up, and I think I'm going to, if I have time, there's 8 of these ebb tide. These are those purple, really fragrant roses by David Austin. They're not too big, so I should be able to get all of these done today. So I'm going to do those. I'm not going to do anything with the shrubs over there. There's some weeds in there, but the shrubs look like they have a lot of new growth on them, so that's pretty exciting. I'm not going to do anything in there. Look at the calendula, you guys. That's just crazy. Such beautiful color for this time of year. And then look at all of those seedlings. Look at how much it spread. That is crazy. I need to very quickly, probably in March, I need to get the water situation figured out for real in here. I mean, there's a California poppy. That's exciting. Oh, there's a whole bunch of them. Look at that. That's a California poppy. So are those. So I think I'm not sure if I did that or if the California poppy did that on its own. Look at all these seedlings. So this is going to be full. This is going to be full. I am so excited about this. But, oh, and all my hollyhocks are doing good. Yay, there's some lamb's ear that I transplanted. There's a few things that I bought. I think they were irises. I don't think, oh yeah, there's black-eyed Susan. This is kind of turning into a mini garden tour. I didn't mean for that, but I don't want this video that long, so I'm going to have to wrap this part up. But I am going to deadhead whatever that is right there. I'm going to deadhead that. And let's see. I'm going to finish deadheading this sedum. It was nice to look at it actually in the winter time. Look out here and just that structure. So the forsythia is going to bloom pretty soon. But yeah, look at all of these babies. Look at all of those babies. You guys, that is just nuts. And that's poppies too. Poppies and calendula. I don't think I see anything else in there. There might be some osteopermum, African daisy. There might be some in there. But that is going to be full. So between all of this growth and then when these are full, and there is some gladiolas in here too. So this will be full, and this was all Mother Nature. This started out as starts from our own yard. I had a few plants that were given to me, but these were all starts from our yard, and it's now filled in, minus the bulbs that I've planted. There's gladiolas over here also. And I did put some tulips in here, I believe. I just don't see them popping through because they're in here too. So this is going to be in a month. Holy smokes. And then I'm going to prune back the porcupine grass. And I'm going to prune these 2 roses. And I'm going to leave these African daisies for right now. I'm not going to pull them right now. But the raspberries, I'm going to have Jean build some supports for me. Oh, and this one made it after all. Yes. My aunt said just to leave them alone and they may bounce back. Look at that. I see new growth, right? Oh no, darn it. Not that one. Darn it. Well, I'm going to just, darn. I'm going to see if I can get this to root. Where is it? I'm going to see if I can get this to root. So I might get that in some water today. But, yep. So I'm going to go ahead and get after this. And I'll probably put you on time lapse. Because like I said, I don't want this video to be that long. But I'm going to get the cart moved over here. Get my kneeling pad and bucket and pruners. And just get after it. So hang tight. Okay, what I did was I went ahead and pruned these, and then I took off pretty much all of the old leaves. What leaves are on there that you see are new leaves. But I took off anything that was dead or crossing or spindly. That way there's airflow in the middle. That's kind of with any plant. And then I prune them down to a node that's going to grow out. That way I'm trying to prevent anything from growing in if possible. So yeah, anything that had a node facing out is where I pruned it to. So that this video isn't super duper long, I think I'm going to go ahead and I guess I'll put it on time lapse because it won't be that long. But you're going to just see me doing this whole row and then pruning those things. And then I will go through and show you what everything looks like when I'm done. Oh, and I've already taken off my beanie. My hair is in a messy bun already. But it's hot, or it's warm out here, so that's okay. Yeah, these aren't going to take very long. This might take me half hour to do these 8 and then pull these weeds. So I'm going to get set up on time lapse. Hi guys, it's the next day. It is extremely windy, so I'm going to just kind of show you and hopefully you can hear me, but I did get all of these ebb-tide roses pruned yesterday, and I got the sedum autumn joy all pruned up. Yeah, it's already starting to come through really good, so that's really nice to see. And let's see, I got these roses pruned up. These are some thorny boogers, I tell you. Whew. And then I got the prairie grasses pruned. I think I was doing that one in the dark. Hopefully you'll be able to hear me. There's a lot of worm activity in here, so I might end up borrowing some worms from here. Because there's, like, when I'm pulling weeds through here, I'm pulling up, like, dozens of worms. So, well, the calf pin used to be right here, so that's good information. And then, let's see, I might be putting a plant here, I'm not sure what, and then a low plant there. I'll just wait till the annuals come around. So, and I don't know if whatever's there is going to come back. So, we'll see. We'll see what comes back, and then if I have to, but I think this spot right here can justify something a little substantial, because these roses, I think they get 3x4, something like that. So I don't know if I have to move the bird bath, then I will. But anyways, today we're going to hopefully get finished the walls and the door on the greenhouse. So that I can start some seeds. I'm going to try to block. I pruned up the hydrangea. All I did was deadhead it because I want it to bloom this year, so I just deadheaded what was on there. It looks like there's some buds coming in. And then I did prune up, this was with the porch light on last night, but I got this one pruned and that one pruned. So, and I did notice that I do have this little, I don't know, whatever that invasive worm that kills them. So I'm going to have to kind of treat that. The only 2 roses left out here to do are the 2 Litchfield Angels, but I will get to those another day. And Jean's out trying to get the goats some hay without it, because they're wasting a lot of hay. But anyways, and hopefully next weekend I can get seeds started, and I'm going to get the trellis roses pruned. Those aren't too bad, really. You don't really prune that much, but I do want to kind of, I see one that's kind of got away from the trellis there, so, or the arbor, so I'm going to get it tied down. And then over the next week or so, try to get the Litchfield Angels in the potager pruned up. Those take forever. Literally, those take me about an hour per bush, so that's going to be about 5 hours worth of work. And then the John F. Kennedys out there, there's 5 of them. So there'll be 10. 11, 12, 13, 14 more to prune after I get these two, and those, like I said, aren't anything, but I might actually need to mow next weekend. This is getting kind of tall. But yeah, we're getting 10 to 15 mile an hour winds today, which is every time we go to work on the greenhouse that happens. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up so that I can get filming on that. I hope you guys have a great week. I hope you had a safe Super Bowl. Like I said, you're going to be seeing this after Super Bowl, so I hope everyone was safe and who you're rooting for won. But yeah, I need to come in and do some cleanup over here. I always squirrel, but at least I'm consistent with it. But yeah, I need to clean up this. I think it's Artemisias. And then this is the Limelight hydrangeas. I just need to, I'm going to take them down a little bit. Not too much. And there's some hints that we had started from seed. They're finally getting with it. Some tulip bulbs coming up. Some seed mix coming up, and I think there's bulbs in there too. But that's that little planter that I created out of discarded items. Prune that hydrangea back. And then just get going on some stuff. I actually wrote it out last night, and it's like a page and a half long of what I still have to do out by the greenhouse before I even get started on the goat structure. So, in cleaning this bad boy out, this is a hot mess. This is ridiculous. So, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I'm going to try to get the videos posted this week of some more of the room makeover. So, just remember to always be kind and do what makes you happy. Thank you for watching this video, and if you haven't already, please subscribe and tell your friends about it. And you don't have to necessarily share them. I mean, if you want to. I don't really share videos, so I'm not going to ask people to do something, but if it's something you do, then great, or give it a like. So, and if you make a comment, I try to respond actually pretty quick, so because I want to be, you know, that person that does respond if I can. If I get to a point where I can't respond to them all, then that's the day, well, I'll decide what to do. So alrighty, see you next time. Bye guys.